The research vessel Prometheus drifted in the shadow of Kepler 442b's largest moon, its hull scarred from 3 years of deep space exploration. Inside the xenobiology lab, Cadet Kevin pressed his face against the observation window, watching Dr. Anna Reeves work with an intensity that bordered on obsession. "You've been at this for 16 hours straight," Kevin said, his voice carrying the concern of someone who'd watched a friend slowly unravel. "The captain ordered you to rest." Anna didn't look up from the containment sphere. Inside it, suspended in a gravitic field, floated something that shouldn't exist. The artifact, if it could be called that, was a perfect obsidian sphere roughly the size of a human heart. Its surface seemed to absorb light itself, creating an unsettling void in the center of the sterile white laboratory. "The captain doesn't understand what we've found," Anna replied, her words clipped and efficient. Dark circles hung beneath her eyes like bruises. "None of them do." Kevin had known Anna since their academy days. She'd been top of their xenobiology class, brilliant and methodical. But the woman before him now seemed transformed, hollowed out by whatever secrets the sphere held. "Then help me understand," he said gently, stepping closer to the containment unit. "We found it in the ruins, buried beneath 2 kilometers of ice. It's been there for what, 10,000 years, 20? It's not going anywhere." Anna's hand shot out, gripping his wrist with surprising strength. Her eyes were wide, almost feverish. "Please, Kevin, don't touch it. Don't even think about touching it." He'd never seen her afraid before, not during their emergency drills, not during the meteor storm that nearly destroyed the ship, not even when they'd discovered the alien ruins that should have been the greatest archaeological find in human history. But now, staring at a simple black sphere, she was terrified. "Anna, what's wrong?" "What did you see?" She released his wrist and stepped back, wrapping her arms around herself. "I ran every scan we have. Electromagnetic, quantum, gravimetric, chronometric. The sphere doesn't just sit in spacetime, Kevin. It sits across it, across dimensions we can't perceive. That's impossible. I thought so too, until I touched it." The words hung in the air between them like a confession. Kevin felt his stomach drop. "You what?" "The protocols. I know the protocols." Anna's voice cracked, raw with emotion. "I followed them for 3 weeks. But the data made no sense. I thought direct contact might provide answers." She laughed, a bitter sound. "I was right. Just not the answers I wanted." Kevin looked at the sphere again. That perfect void of darkness. Something about it seemed to pull at the edges of his vision, as if reality itself bent slightly around its presence. "What happened when you touched it?" Anna was silent for a long moment. When she spoke, her voice was barely a whisper. "I saw them. The ones who made it. They weren't like us, Kevin. They weren't like anything in our taxonomy, our understanding of biology, of consciousness itself. They were old, so impossibly old." She moved to her workstation, pulling up a holographic display. Mathematical equations filled the air, complex enough to make Kevin's head spin. They died out 40 million years ago. Their entire civilization, spanning 17 galaxies, just gone. And this sphere is why. A weapon? A warning. Anna's finger traced through the hologram, highlighting specific portions of data. They created it to bridge dimensions, to tap into the fundamental structure of reality itself. They thought they could harness it, control it. They were wrong. Kevin felt a chill run down his spine despite the lab's controlled temperature. What did it do to them? It showed them what lies beyond, what exists in the spaces between dimensions. And once you see it, once you truly comprehend it, you can't unsee it. Their entire species went mad within a generation. They tore themselves apart, destroyed their own worlds, trying to escape the knowledge. This sphere is all that remains, a monument to their hubris. The containment field hummed softly in the silence that followed. Kevin stared at the artifact with new understanding and new horror. "The message I received from it," Anna continued, "it wasn't words or images. It was pure information, burned directly into my consciousness. They sealed this thing away, hoping it would never be found. They left a warning in the deepest layers of the artifact's structure. Let sleeping gods lie." Kevin's hand had drifted toward the containment controls without him realizing it. Anna grabbed his arm again, her grip desperate. "Please, Kevin, don't touch it. I've already seen what I've seen. I'll carry that burden. But you can still walk away whole." He looked into her eyes and saw the truth there. The fractures in her psyche. the weight of knowledge that human minds weren't meant to bear. Whatever she'd experienced had changed her fundamentally and not for the better. "What do we do with it?" he asked. "We bury it, deeper than before. We mark this system as quarantined and we never come back. Let it fade into cosmic legend the way it was meant to." Her voice hardened with determination. "And we never ever tell anyone what it really is. Because if we do, someone will try to use it. Someone always does." Kivan nodded slowly, understanding the terrible responsibility they now shared. He stepped back from the containment sphere, his hand falling to his side. The artifact floated in its prison, that perfect void of darkness, patient and eternal, waiting for the next curious mind to make the same fatal mistake. In the depths of space, some mysteries weren't meant to be solved. Some doors once opened could never be closed again, and humanity, for all its courage and curiosity, still had much to learn about the dangers that lurked in the dark between stars. Kivan took one last look at the sphere, then turned away. His blood had run cold indeed,